Hey y'all, guess what? I am kicking off a week of tiny Christmas crafting. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. Y'all, I woke up this morning to an email from YouTube, and they were congratulating me for 7 years on YouTube. Y'all, I cannot believe that it has been 7 years. You know how we allow self-doubt to creep in? I was sure through my own self-doubt that I probably wouldn't last long on YouTube, but guess what? 7 years later, I'm still here and I'm having fun. So I want to have some fun with you this week as we kick off Tiny Christmas Crafting. And what is Tiny Christmas Crafting? Well, we are going to be making tiny Christmas items that we can use for gifting or packaging. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun because not only will it be pretty crafting, quick crafting, but it will be crafting with a purpose. So let's flip to the overhead camera because y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, so on my desk, I have a whole bunch of goodies right here, and we're going to be using these to make beautiful little Christmas pouches. These are laminated, and y'all, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make 4 Christmas pouches from 1 laminating sheet and 2 pieces of 12 by 12 paper. Super easy, super inexpensive. This is one of those things that you probably always need for gift card giving or cash giving. And I've even added a little loop so that we can put this on the Christmas tree. Very easy. Y'all stay with me because I think it's going to be fun. So what I'm going to be using today is a laminating pouch. And this pouch measures 9.5 by 11.5. And the thickness is 3 ml, and I'll have it linked in the description box below. Then I have 2 pieces of 12 by 12, one of which I've already cut to make this demo, but depending on the size that you want to make yours, starting with 2 sheets of 12 by 12 is a good idea. Then I have a sheet of scrap, and I'll be using this to make my toppers. And I have some sticker sheets, so I'm just going to decorate these with stickers before we actually laminate. So I'm going to show you just how easy this is because I'm going to take the laminating sheet, and your laminating sheet will open like this. Well, I'm going to leave it closed, and I'm going to put it in on the 9-inch side, and I'm going to cut 2 sheets at 4.5 by 11.5. Now you could leave these together and put all 4 cards in at one time, but I just found that it was easier for me to manage doing it this way. So I have my laminator sheet, and I have cut it on the 9-inch side, and I have cut it at 4.5 by 11.5. Then I'm going to take my 12 by 12, and I'm going to cut it to 9, and I'm going to cut 2 pieces at 4 by 9. And I'll do the same thing with this one. We'll go ahead and just do 4. So let's go ahead and get a piece that's 9. And then I'm going to cut 2 pieces that are 4 by 9. So if you have a lot of nieces and nephews, and let's say you just want to give them maybe 20 bucks each for Christmas, this is a really cute way of doing that. Or if you want to slip a little something to the grandkids, this is a really cute way of doing it. So I'm going to take all of my sheets, and on the 9-inch side, let's go ahead and score at 4.5. I have my laminator heating, and I'll share it with you in just a minute. I haven't used this laminator in quite a while, but as my sister and I were cleaning up in here, a lot of things that I haven't used in quite a while jumped out at me and said, hey, remember me? So I'm going to try to start using some of the things that I have. And if you were able to get one of the D-Stash boxes, y'all, they are full of items that I bought multiples of. And that is what is in those boxes. I think they're pretty good. All right, y'all, so I have my 4 pieces and my 2 laminating sheets, and I am going to do some very simple decorating. Now, the way that I'm going to do it is with the opening facing away from me. I am just going to put down a little decorative piece, and I think I want this one to go here. You don't have to do much, just something simple. This one here. And again, that opening, when this is folded, is facing away from me. So I am going to take this one. We'll put it here. Then I'm going to take Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and we're going to put it right here. Okay, so we have these 4 all decorated. I am going to bring in my 2 sheets. And when you open your sheets, you'll have the stopping point at the top. So we're just going to take one of these, put it in at the top. Try to keep the sides nice and even. And I'll take this one and put it right below that one, trying to keep my sides nice and even. And then I can fold over. And I am going to bring in my laminator, and y'all, I use the Royal Sovereign laminator, and I'm going to take this piece and feed it through. I have it set on my 3 ml, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But let's just hold this. See how I'm holding it here? Because I want it to go through nice and straight. Straighten that just a little bit. And it'll be coming out this end. And what I like about lamination is it really brings out the color of the paper that you're working with. The first one is coming through, and the second one is on its way. When they come out, they might be a little bit hot, but I just let it sit for a minute, and then I will start working with it. So there we have these 2, and you can see that they took those stickers beautifully. So I'm just going to hold this up so that you can see my on-off button is here. My 3 ml is here. I have a cold laminating setting and a 5 ml. I'm going to put it back on the 3 ml because we have one more to do. So again, let's open this. Let's take our 2 pieces, putting them in with the opening going in first, and I'm pressing that against the top. And you'll know which way because you'll be able to read your words. If they were upside down, then you might want to flip it. And we're going to take this one, put it right there. Take this, put it down. Now I'm going to take this and just feed it through. Slide it over just a little bit so that you can see it. Almost done. I think the most time-consuming part of this is it actually going through the laminator, and that's not even taking long. So this is a very quick process where you can make up a whole bunch of these, whether you want to sell them or gift them, or maybe you want to keep them, whatever, but you can make up a whole bunch of these all at once. And now I'm just going to turn off my laminator, put it over here to cool, bring in my trimmer because I want to trim these. So when you laminate, you'll see a little ridge around your item. I try to cut close to that, but not exactly on it. And you'll be able to see the difference in the flat laminated part versus the part that has the little ridge. So I am just going to trim here to separate these. And that's all I'm doing right now is just separating. And now here on the sides, there's also room for me to trim. So I'm just going to trim a little bit off the sides. I'm just making sure that I'm not trimming too close to the actual printed paper, because then I would go through this, and that's not a good thing. We want to make sure that we get close, but that we are not separating the laminating sheet. All right, so I've zoomed in just a little bit, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off into the paper, because we need to be able to open that pouch. So when I cut, you can kind of hear that I'm cutting through the paper, because you want this look here. You want the pouch to open. So I'm going to do this one. So now we have our nice little pouches ready to go. These pouches are great for holding cash, gift cards, whatever you want to put in them. They are fine just as they are, but I do want to put some toppers on these. So in order to get your topper to fit, you're going to have to measure each one of these, because they might be a little bit different in size. So I think if I cut everything right now at I think if I cut at 4 1/4, I should be okay with my sizing. So I'm going to cut 4 1/4 by 3. And I'm only going to do 3 because I've run out of scrap and I don't want to create any new scrap. So on the 3-inch side, let's score at 1 1/2. And I am just going to burnish these. And then one thing that I forgot to do that I like to do is I like to round the ends of the lamination piece, because once it's laminated, those corners can be real pointy. So I'm rounding those. All right, so now that I have my corners rounded, I am just going to take my tape runner, add some tape right along the top, and I'm going to take one piece, put it down. Let's see if we can get it straight. And yeah, I think that'll be straight enough. So I have that piece stuck there. I'll do the same with the other two. I'm just placing the tape along the top opening of the pouch. So let's just see if we have that nice and straight. Good enough. And then I'll put my tape along the top of this one. Let's add this piece. And I think that's good enough. So now we're going to take a Velcro dot, put a Velcro dot on all 3, and then I'll fold over. Fold over, and fold over. So now I can take another little sticker, put a sticker here just for decoration. Put a little sticker here. It says celebrate, and a sticker on this one. It says holidays. So y'all, that's it. That's how easy it is to take one lamination sheet and 2 pieces of 12 by 12 to create these really beautiful gift card or cash holders. And I'm going to show you how simple it is to add ribbon to this if you want to hang it on the tree. So I'm just going to take this, and I have it looped. I'm going to add just a little bit of tape right there to hold that loop in place. And then I'll flip this over, and I am going to tape my loop to this. So I am going to add some tape to the actual ribbon. This tape holds this ribbon very well. And then I'll take my ribbon and I'm going to put it down like this. Then I can flip over to see if I like the placement and to see if I need to add any more tape, and I don't. So that is how you get the loops on here if you do want to hang this from the Christmas tree. But I think that this is a great way to kick off a fun week of small Christmas crafting. I hope that you have enjoyed this, and if you have a laminator, I hope that you'll pull it out and give this a try. I'm going to use my laminator again on another project that I think you'll like as well. And I think that this is such a cute way to give a gift card or cash. Those are more than acceptable to give as gift giving, but why not present them in something as cute as this? And if you're having family night, why not hang everyone's on the tree so that they can go and find the one that has their name on it? And if you want to make sure that everyone gets the right package, just add a little to and from on the back. So I hope that you have enjoyed this kickoff of small Christmas crafting. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, this is what we do and this is how we do it. I would love to have you subscribe, so hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload a new video. 7 years and counting. So I thank you for all of your support. As always, my beautiful handcrafty friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.